So in the end, the good news and the bad news is that you are your own doctor. And because we have been entrained to outsource our authority, because we are still holding on to this fantasy, really, that there is some energetically dominant force out there that knows better than we do about ourselves and what we need, and that will provide for us what we need magically, like some kind of, spiritual Santa Claus. We are looking for that. Some would say that's looking for our perfect parents, right? We're looking for that everywhere in the world. We're looking for the guru. We're looking for the master, for the teacher, for the protector. And, I know that feeling very well, perhaps no more deeply than I encountered it with my mentor, Dr. Nicholas Gonzalez, where when I met him, I thought and felt, wow, I'm okay no matter what happens now. I have this, parental authority in my life now who's going to take care of no matter what happens. I could be diagnosed with a terminal illness. I could have some major crisis, and I know he's got my back. Like, he's going to figure out what I need. And it just dissolved all of my fear. And then he died, very suddenly. And in addition to being one of the more traumatic experiences of my life, it helped me, as these life teachers always do, to understand where my authority lies, and that I cannot outsource that. And so if you have a calling to develop that intuition, that relationship to your own sense of what you need and what is going on inside you and what the meaning is of your symptoms, then you probably have to progress along like a weaning that has to happen from conventional authorities, right? So if you're someone who has symptoms, is struggling, let's say you have brain fog and hair loss and abdominal bloating, and you know that something is off with you, and you go to your doctor, and your doctor runs some tests and says, no, your thyroid looks fine, your vitamin levels look fine, you're not anemic, nothing's really going on here. Of course, then you're likely to be sent to your local psychiatrist to, sort of close the gap in what you sense is wrong and what isn't being evidenced physiologically. But in the end, you know that something is out of balance and you just want some guidance. That's where I feel like, self-experimentation ends up being a very, very powerful tool. This sort of curious orientation towards your physiology and perhaps psychology and spirituality, where you can create different conditions for yourself and then observe what manifests and emerges as a result. This, in the end, is one of the most powerful ways to get to know yourself. And creating those conditions doesn't have to be complex, and it doesn't even have to take a lot of time. But it does require the belief that in the end, you know and you can discover what it is that you need in order to come into better alignment with your healthiest expression.